Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final of the European Individual Championships. Let's get the players on court. First of all, please welcome the number 2 seed from France, Enora Villard. And her opponent, looking for a second title, the world number 7 from Belgium. Please welcome Nele Gilis. And your referee for this match, let's hear it for Poland's very own Martin Jack. Well, welcome squash fans. We're here. We've been here all week and we're down to the last players for the European Individual Squash Championships 2023. From here, Hasta, Vista in Wrocław. I am joined, I'm pleased to say, by Adrian Fulnicek.
And I'm very happy to be here with you, Mark Beringer.
I'm really looking forward to these matches. On paper, should be a foregone conclusion for the number 1 seeds, but are you expecting an upset?
Well, I've got all my predictions right yesterday, so today I'm going to go safe and say that the favorites come through with probably comfortable wins.
Well, I think on paper you're right, and I think the weapons that Gilis has are going to be too much for Villard, but I've been really impressed with August the Sword this week. Really impressed. Obviously, he's put out the defending champion, who of course defeated Victor Kruin last year. That's going to give him a huge amount of confidence going into that match, isn't it?
Exactly, but I think he also left it all on court yesterday, the Sword, so we'll see how much he's got left in the tank. And yeah, I'm expecting the men's final to be a lot closer than this one. Although, as we've seen yesterday, Nele Gilis doesn't really dispatch her opponents with a big margin, at least she didn't yesterday in the semi-finals. Also partly to a good performance by Marie Stefan. Let's see if her compatriot Enora Villard can keep it up and, you know, give some trouble to Gilis, the favorite.
Absolutely. Well, of course, it'd be lovely to have some exciting 5-setters, but we'll see what happens. This is sport after all. Martin Jack is our referee for this first match, and he's just called half-time, so we'll be underway very soon.
Exactly, and we have a very excited full house. The crowd just couldn't wait. They didn't see, you know, too much squash today, so they're really anticipating this one.
So grab yourselves a drink, and play's going to get underway very soon for the ladies' final of the European Individual Championships 2023, powered by Betard.
time. ESF European Individual Close Squash Championship 2023. Women's individual final match. Nele Gilis from Belgium to serve. Enora Villard from France to receive. Best of 5 games.
So
Bravo.
players ready.
Yeah, different game plan already from Gilis compared to her yesterday's semi-final. Attacking more in just the first rally.
Yeah, she did say in her interview after yesterday's match that she really wasn't trying to do too much in the first 2 games, because she didn't feel that the basic game was in place and working quite right. So she wanted to get that done, and then as we saw, she pretty much ran away with it in the third one. She started to incorporate some slightly more complex stuff. As you say, it's partly down to confidence, how you feel.
Yes, left. Right box.
Our first test for the referee. Referees being the topic of the late night discussions yesterday.
Very much so, very much so. Yeah, it's as I say, I think the refereeing's been pretty solid all week. Yesterday there was a lot of questionable decisions. I think everyone sort of agrees, and even some of the referees that I've spoken to that were responsible for those, they're aware. And that's what it's all about. It's about learning if you have made mistakes and getting better. And there are going to be mistakes. It's a hard game to referee. We don't have the luxury of a video review, which can be helpful. But let's hope today we don't hear much from the referees other than the score.
Great line from Villard, first real chance.
Down. 4 lap.
Does remind me of Dusord yesterday against Nicky Miller, where he, had to find a way to get those points somewhere because every ball was just coming back.
Yeah.
But eventually he did. He's in the final today. Let's see if Enora Villard can also find a chink in the armor of Nele Gilis.
Yeah, it's. I think there's 2 parts to the process. One is finding combinations that work, and then whether you can then consistently replicate and execute that.
4 lap.
But of course, at the same time, this is why we call it jet-propelled chess is because at the same time you're trying to execute an attack, your opponent is also trying to attack and defend. This is the dynamic that makes it so exciting, is that you might find something that works, but then your opponent will counteract it. But at the moment, Villard hasn't really found anything that's clicked just yet. Gilis's basic game, good enough right now.
Yeah, it's also a big stage to be on for her. I think we could see a couple of missed hits on the serve return. And probably she'll need this first game to just get acquainted with being in this position, right? It's a European final, a big one. We have a big crowd behind the players. And also a great opponent, so not easy.
No.
Yes, left. You blocked her way to the ball. 7 love.
Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand, yeah. Exactly, same thought. Well, Gilis had, I don't think she had any run-ins with the referees yesterday, so...
No, she...
but today...
she certainly makes her feelings known, but doesn't labour the... And I think that's a good example to follow is, you know, I don't think there's any harm to let the referee know you're not in agreement, but get on. You know, as we've said yesterday, referees aren't going to change their decision. That the only time that ever happens is if both players want the decision changed, and then of course that's perfectly okay. But a referee isn't going to change their decision unless there's either a video review or both players say, hey, yeah, there's something you didn't see, we'd rather change that decision. So that's a lovely lift by Gilis, and she's got Villard in all sorts of trouble. It's a taxi in the end.
And out,
Villard.
8-1.
Great start from Gilis.
Yeah, clinical. Also, that lob came from a little cold. Just let Villard come a bit closer.
Yeah.
That's a simple finish.
9-1.
Pretty clinical at the moment, and obviously Gilis looking to add a second title and a third title to the Gilis household.
Exactly, we were robbed of a Hillis, probably a Hillis final, because Tina Hillis was supposed to play in this tournament, but because of a small injury, I guess slight injury, she had to pull out. But, well, it's a good chance for her sister to bring the title home.
Yeah. And of course, for all the players that are here that are going to be taking part in the event in Paris coming up very soon, this is a really nice event for preparation for that. A bit of real match play to get the season started a little early.
And Nele Gilis looks well prepared for the PSA season as she takes this first game 11-1.
W Betard od ponad 30 lat produkujemy prefabrykaty betonowe dla wszystkich typów budownictwa. Wspieramy największe realizacje w kraju. Dbamy o to, by Twoja inwestycja miała solidną konstrukcję. Betard. Mocny partner w budownictwie.
Play will resume in 30 seconds. Gilis leads 1 game to lap. Level.
As we've just heard from referee Marcin Żak, Nele Gilis leads 1 game to love after a very commanding performance. Let's see if Villard can find some answers after this break.
Lovely shot.
Yeah,
1 lap.
that volley drop would be enough against most players on the women's circuit, I believe. Not against Nele, though.
No. Yeah, I mean it's always the case that when you start playing players at the very top of this game that it's quite a few extra shots required in a
Thank you.
rally.
And out 1-0.
Very rare to get a rally won with a one-shot winner, and normally a rally has to be constructed bit by bit to move the player completely out of position before you're able to win the point.
Yeah, in this case, it's almost 40 places separating the two in the rankings because the Belgian player is. Whoa, that was nice.
Yeah, that was really good, really positive, and she has got to be positive because
It's not about the rankings.
well, Nicky Muller said it right at the beginning of the week. They're just numbers.
I mean, he did lose to a lower ranked player, so he was right.
He was right. Yeah, they did.
Sorry about that, Nicky.
Just consistent, just consistent. The targets at the back, the targets at the front. Just giving Villard nothing easy to. Every time Villard tries to open the door, Gilis just slams it shut. Oh, that's beautiful. But Gilis is there, you see. As you say, against most players, that would have been good enough, but not against the world number 7.
Well, and she got to the follow-up, as quickly. So, what do you do in a situation like this?
I guess reset, try it again a bit later. That's all you can do. That's traditional squash sometimes is the only way, and that's a mistake from Gilis. I think the first one of the match.
3-2.
Yeah, I think it was forced by the length of the rally and Villard having the upper hand
Maybe,
most of the time.
maybe. What do you think at home? Write in, let us know.
Thank you. And out 3-0.
So for those of you that were maybe tuning in earlier to see the bronze medal matches, we've had a strange protocol take place here, which I think is a first,
Just
where first of all Nicky Muller and Dimitri Steinman decided that they wouldn't play and they'd share the bronze medal, and then Maria Stefan and Emilia Soini said, well, I think we'll do the same. So we've got shared bronzes without a ball being hit. What do you think about that, my friend?
I mean, you have to play your friend in case of Steinman and Miller for the bronze medal, and if if we don't play, we both get the medal. Then
Nole. You choose in direct line. You choose in direct line. went to the left, ball was on the right. 4-3, left box.
Yeah, I think Martin's saying that she took the wrong line to that ball. That she was going to the left and should have been going to the right, but it was a really loose ball from Gilis. So
Yeah, if you rewind and to check the replay, the ball seemed to bounce in the middle.
yeah, I think Martin might change his mind when he sees that one back. But there we go. Play goes on.
About the bronze medal matches, it's also in ESF competitions, that's the rule, that both players get the bronze. In other competitions, both players would just get 4th place. So that's also an incentive maybe to, not play.
Yeah.
Someone told me that there was a plane to Zurich at 2 p.m., so probably the Swiss players.
Yeah, well, you know my view on medals. I think there should only be gold medals in anything, but certainly at the professional level. No professional player wants runner-up.
Yes, let.
Well,
Gilis isn't happy with that, but her ball was,
5-3,
right not
box.
that great. I think it warrants a let easily.
yeah, the width was good, but not the length.
Exactly.
It's difficult for us to see on this side because we're over on the backhand wall, but we'll have a little look on the replay as it comes in. But yeah, it looked super tight, but the length wasn't great. And that's a good shot.
No let.
No, it's too good.
Okay. Yeah, but the ball was too good.
Ball was too good. That's what I thought. Yeah.
It's hard
4-5.
to prove against Nele Gilis that any ball is too good to get.
Yeah, I think it.
But
I think
yeah.
on balance it was too good. I don't necessarily think it's impossible that Lily could have got that, but Martin Jack has to be consistent. That's the most important thing. Call the best that he sees.
Well, especially since I think 2 seats to his right we have the absolute refereeing legend,
John Mazzarella?
John
You did
Mazzarella.
not
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
The bounce was high. Bounce was high, you did not clear. 5-0.
Wow. Once again in Wrocław, it's a beautifully hot day, but the temperature is starting to rise on the courts as well.
But Gilis had a problem with the consistency that you talked about, because it seemed like to be almost the same situations before, but the decision was different. So
Yeah,
this is when players get really angry because they don't know what's the line anymore.
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I've always said that when I'm on court, if I know what the referee's going to do, then okay, you can play, but if it keeps swinging one way or the other, then it's very difficult. But anyway, play continues.
Tempo's gone up,
Yeah,
as it pretty much always does when Gilis gets a bad decision or things aren't going her way.
yeah, takes it out, as she said, when she's on the court. It's just all about her and that little ball.
Hand out, 6-5.
It's a much better performance from Villard in this. I don't think Gilis has done anything differently. I think Villard has just stepped up her game. And that's a good shot.
Hand
Yeah.
out, 6-0.
And she will need that because, as I said, it's a major final for her. Obviously, Gilis, the younger player, but more experienced, more major finals under her belt. Last season, the Elgona International runner-up. So
Hand out 7-6. Do we have court service?
So Gilis giving the instruction for the court service.
Another Hasta Vista junior doing the honors. The young players from the club have been helping with the tournament the whole week, as they usually do with big tournaments, and we get those often here at Hasta Vista.
I noticed that Gilis doesn't have a towel in her towel box on the court, so she's not getting involved in towel gate because she hasn't got a towel. So smart move.
Out.
Yeah, that's out for sure.
6.
I think if Villard is looking for something she can improve with her game, it was quite apparent yesterday, and it is today that her forehand volley, when someone tries to lob her from the backhand, she has some trouble with it. Like now, she could have done it better. It was very apparent yesterday against Emilia Soini in the semis, because she did that all the time and got rewarded for it more than a couple of times. But as you said, this is like a final test before the PSA season begins for these players.
No let. Ten 6 left box. Game ball.
So it looks like it's the Belgian that's sailed away again at the business end of this second game. Although
Hand
there's a
out 7-10.
commentator's
Game
curse.
I think the wind might be blowing the other way right now. She's sailing back. That's still a 2 points advantage. This might be it. I think it will. It should.
Yes, left. 7-10. Game ball. Swing was only affected.
I think
Even Villard's having a little grin about that. I mean, I'm going to watch that back before I say anything, but there was a big intake of breath from the crowd, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I mean,
we can be wrong, but all the players just grabbing their, speechless around us. That's an indication, but either way.
Well, I can have a conversation with the referee about that one this evening, because I think he got that one wrong. Anyway, what he says goes, and there it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference.
11-7.
Gilis.
Game to Gilis. Gilis leads 2 games to lap.
W Betard od ponad 30 lat produkujemy prefabrykaty betonowe dla wszystkich typów budownictwa. Wspieramy największe realizacje w kraju. Dbamy o to, by Twoja inwestycja miała solidną konstrukcję.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. Play will resume in 30 seconds. Gilis leads 2 games to lap. Level.
So, the world number 7, currently kind of cruising towards the golden medal. She was also the first player back on court, just hitting that ball, getting it warmer again. It's over 30 degrees in Wrocław today, but it's a bit colder, I guess, on court.
Wow. So you were talking about the volley from Villard on that side not being particularly effective. That time she let the ball drop and took it.
That's one way to handle a lob, if it's not, you know, a perfect lob.
Yeah, it's dangerous to let a lob go, for sure.
I think Villard's plan might now be to just go for it, try to attack more, although it's easier said than done. Have to be first be in positions to attack, and Gilis doesn't want to give up that T position too easily.
Hand out 1-0.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just cannot let that ball go so deep in the corner. That's better.
Yeah, and for me that drop's just played way too slow.
2-1.
So once the ball is dropping, it's very hard to execute that shot properly. Essentially, it leaves a setup for the incoming player.
Yeah, after this rally, she seemed a bit uncomfortable with her right leg. She does have taping on her right knee, Enora Villard.
Hand out 2-0. Hand out 3-2. No let. You play this.
I think she might be asking for an injury break, and she's holding that right
3
knee.
minutes break for Enora Villard for leg problems.
Yeah, so like I said, after the previous rally, it did seem something wasn't okay with that leg, so we'll have 3 minutes break. We'll see if she can continue,
Yeah.
because it is a self-inflicted injury.
Yeah, well, there's clearly tape on there indicating existing issue.
Oh, luckily the French team has got their own physio here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll
it's,
see if he can work his magic.
quite an
Fast
entourage.
enough.
Yeah. And now just getting an opportunity to stretch their legs. Gilis stays on court, keeping the ball warm, keeping focused.
Play will resume in 60 seconds. "45 seconds.
Nele here is just making sure if it was a 3-minute break or a 5-minute break. It was a 3-minute break and injury break, and it has just ended. Luckily, Enora Villard is back on court. She is careful with her right leg. I think she was hitting most of those balls right now from her left leg.
Yeah.
4-2 left box. 4-2.
Anyway, we're back to match play in the final. The European Individual Championships powered by Betard.
There's a
5-2.
deft drop there. I think it's just a matter of when, not if, for Gilis now.
6-2.
Well, to put up a decent fight, certainly in that second game, really came out positively, but
7-2.
doesn't really have the weapons in her game at the moment for a player as highly ranked as Nele Gilis of Belgium.
And she did come through a very tough semi-final yesterday,
8-2.
so that probably took its toll. And
Yeah.
now, well,
Well,
Seems-
physically and mentally tough as well. There was a lot of drama in that match. Could very easily have gone the way of Emilia Soini. So in some respects,
9-2.
I think she just wants to finish the match, not retire, but obviously her leg isn't as alright as she would like it to be.
Yes, left. 9-2. Down.
well,
Hand out 3-9.
she is human after all.
Yeah,
It's been very, very few unforced errors.
I think she didn't see that Villard pretty much gave up on the play.
Yeah.
So she didn't need to go as low. She did.
The body language of Enora Villard tells us everything about how this match is going to finish out.
And now championship ball from the player from Belgium. And that's it.
11-3,
We have a winner.
3 games per lap, 11-1, 11-7, 11-3.
Nele Gilis is the European Individual Champion 2023.
Nele Gilis, 2 times European champion. How does that sound?
Sounds bloody good.
You were clinical today. You didn't really give Enora a chance at all. She tried to come back at you in that second game, but I know yesterday you sort of said like for 2 games you weren't happy with your basic game, but you seemed to be right on it from the beginning today.
Yeah, I actually rewatched my match from last night and I learned from it and I didn't want to make the same mistake, so I was very switched on today from the word go, so I'm happy with that.
And as you've said before, this tournament sort of come at a perfect time, pre-season essentially as a warm-up. So you must be super pumped to get this to be going into Paris. What happens between now and that event? What's the preparation?
I'll have a rest day tomorrow and then I guess it's straight back into training, straight back into matches. But yeah, like you said, it was a perfect preparation for me to play in the glass court with the crowd and like to play some good matches. So yeah, and it's making me go to Paris with a very good feeling, so it's good.
And of course now 3 titles in the Gilis household. So is your sister, do you think, going to be fired up to come back and retake her title next time round?
Yeah, for sure. I think we both want to keep it in the family for the next few years, so.
Well done. We'll see you at the medal ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation. Nele Gilis. Okay, we've got a short 15-minute break and then we'll be back for the men's final. We'll see you then. Thank you.